Well, that's
Oh,
good
Yeah.
for you because
Yeah.
generally the older you get, the quicker they go.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
funny
you got,
about
maybe
that.
you got something special going on there.
Well,
You have
I
to
was
share that.
reading. I was reading how that works.
How's
and,
that work?
As your brain grows
Yeah.
and gets older, the amount of time
Exactly.
expands.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it's the amount of memories you have in a given year feels like that there is that many events in that year to make that expand. So my 2018 part of my brain is much longer than the things I remember in 2017.
Uh-huh.
This means it was more eventful.
How about that?
Yes.
All right.
So there
Well,
we go.
anyway, we're here to make some events ourselves. Aaron and I are here to talk about your personal finances, what might be on your mind regarding decisions you have to make as you near those or in those retirement years, because we work our lifetime and hope to accumulate enough assets. And then what we want to do is turn those assets into income to supplement our Social Security. And maybe if we're fortunate enough to have a pension on top of that. But one of these days, those paychecks stop and you have to continue to pay the bills if you want to enjoy the lifestyle that you always dreamed about. And that's what Aaron and I and the 10 other certified financial professionals at CFG do day in and day out for a fee. But on Saturday morning, we are here absolutely for free. So if you have any questions regarding your personal finances, as they revolve around decisions about your mutual funds or about your IRA or 401k, about stocks, bonds, real estate, long-term health care, those paychecks stop and you have to yeah, there's a familiar voice, an echo from the past. This is deja vu all over again. How do we do that there, Kyle?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't hear you didn't hear? Oh,
No.
I guess I heard myself on
I
a
heard it
repeat.
too.
That's
Oh.
okay. Anyway,
All right.
it was so good we did it again. Anyway.
This show is live. It's not. It's
That's
not.
right.
We're just not
That's
robots over here with
That's
a tape
right.
recorder
That's right.
saying the same thing. Yeah, speaking of being live, you can go on Facebook Live and see us. Maybe we are online. If you go to facebook.com/certified financial group, over on the left-hand side, you can click on videos and see us live on Facebook Live. So you can see
Technical
us
director
inside
Downey Morehouse is there behind the cameras. Got to
see
work
us
in there,
inside
Mr.
the
Morehouse.
studio.
No, I know why you hurt yourself.
Why is that?
Never mind. I was
Okay.
feeding you my PC,
Oh.
and I pulled up your Facebook Live. So-
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Okay, now we
Yes,
got it.
so
All
you
right.
heard it.
Yeah, okay.
But
All
okay.
right.
We're on a little delay then, I
Yes,
guess.
that's okay.
Oh, yes, on Facebook Live, there's up to 65 to 75 seconds of delay.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Anyway, we are here to answer your questions. We're the only financial call-in show in Central Florida hosted exclusively by certified financial planner professionals. We are not going to do a 1-hour infomercial and tell you how great we are. We're here to help you. So if you have any questions regarding your personal finances, the good news for you is the lines right now are absolutely wide open. So if you've always been thinking about giving us a call, you can pick up the phone. You don't even have to use your real name. Just dial these magic numbers.
844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. We also have the text machine up and running as well. 21232. That is 21232. Like we said, last show of 2018. All right, Aaron Bird. Financial New Year's resolutions and how to keep them.
Yes. So this is the time of year where people often go back and reflect on what the past year has held and think about things that they may want to do differently in the new year. And so the idea is financial resolutions. So one thing that people always need to get in line, or basic financial things that you ought to consider here going into the new year, is just basic stuff. So go look and pull up your beneficiary forms, any accounts that you may have, 401ks, IRAs, life insurance, annuities, anything that has a named beneficiary on it. If you had any major changes in your life this year, go back and update those forms, make sure that they're all current. If you got divorced, if you got married, if spouse passed away, if you don't like your oldest child anymore, whatever it might be, you can go in and update your beneficiary forms and make sure that all of those are current, reflecting your current wishes. So first of all, beneficiary forms. Also, if you've had major changes in your life, think about life insurance. So possibly consider adding a little bit of term life insurance if maybe you had an additional child, or maybe you don't need your life insurance anymore. Consider your life insurance possibilities, what you have in place, what you may need. Consider updating your estate planning documents. So again, updated beneficiaries, make sure that all of those things are up to date and current. Consider looking at where all of your money went for 2018. So what do I mean by that? Well, one struggle that we always have when we do financial planning is budgeting. People putting down or trying to list what their expenses were, where they spend their money, where the holes in the bucket are. At the end of the year is a great time to do that because you can get summary statements either through your bank or through your credit card. If you put a lot of things on credit cards, that's a great place to go look. And the credit card companies are doing a great job now of summarizing what your expenses are by category. So you can log on to your credit card website, see how much you spent out to eat, how much you spent on vacations, how much you spent at the home improvement store, wherever all those different things may be. So look at the expenses that you have or where you've spent your money. So, and also plan for next year. So if you spent more than what you think, or than what you wanted to, go forward and make those adjustments and start budgeting for 2019 of where you would like to spend your money. How much do you plan on spending on vacations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I have a couple more, but it looks like we got a call, Kyle. So I think we ought to get to that.
Okay. Well, we'll have to stay tuned for more of those. I was getting very interested, taking my notes. Kimberly in Port Orange has dialed us up at 844-220-0965. Kimberly, good morning.
Good morning, Kimberly.
Hey, good morning. Hi there. I am a super saver, but I've learned that a super saver isn't always the smartest investor. So I invested in an annuity. I was duped into getting one, and now I've learned how bad it is.
Well, let me stop you there, Kimberly. We're always interested as to how people end up with some of these things. How did you happen to find this particular annuity?
The silly thing that you hear about now where they send out the letter for the free dinner.
Oh, okay. Was the dinner any good?
No, it actually wasn't.
See, you got indigestion on top of a bad annuity. Not a good combination. All right.
Right, but I was in a really good situation, but my money was scattered all over the place.
Sure, that's
and
not uncommon.
So I wanted to group it together, and it was a really bad deal. I've learned that since then. And I know the penalties and all. It's been 11 years now. Am I stuck with this thing? I mean, I cry every year that I see how much money I lost or could have gained, and they capped it at 2%.
Ooh.
They take everything over 2%.
Oh.
They've already, yeah. Yeah, it's terrible. It's absolutely horrible. And it's 7 years now. I invested in 2011.
Okay.
Do I just keep taking the beating every year?
Not
The
necessarily.
payout is at
What you want to do is have an analysis done on that annuity to see what the penalties are remaining to get out of that annuity, and look at what the projected or what the potential of earnings are on that annuity, and then you make a decision. It might make sense to just cash it out. Tell me, was this also money that came from an IRA, a 401k, and you put it all together?
Of course.
Okay.
It was a Roth, and and then I paid that penalty.
All right. Well, the good news is then if it's in a retirement account, when you cash it out, there won't be any taxes due. So you can make a switch and get that money working for you in the right direction. But don't beat yourself up because
can I say?
Of course.
Can I say it's half and half? Half of it was retirement, half of it was just cash that I had.
Okay. All right. Well, what we want to do is take a good look at that annuity and see what the penalties are to get out of it, and it might make sense then to move it to another investment and get yourself diversified. Tell us about yourself. Are you working? What do you have going on?
Yes, I'm 60. I'm employed, and I do have 401k at my employer. They're 5% match.
Great.
And I own rental properties that are all free and clear. I'm in really good shape.
Good. Except you hate this annuity that you bought at the free dinner seminar.
Yes, because I'm pulling out, getting things ready for taxes, and I just dread every time I get that statement.
Do you get an annual statement, Kimberly, or is it you get?
That's it, just annual.
Just one. Okay, so and you just got a recent one, or?
I won't get it until February or March.
Okay.
Around that time.
All right, Kimberly.
One's in December and one's Here's
what you can do. Write this email address down. Okay.
Okay. Let me grab my pen.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Email Aaron, AARON, at financialgroup.com. Okay.
Financialgroup.com.
Right,
okay.
and he will then send you a secure link for you to then send us a copy of that statement.
Okay.
And we can take a look at it, and then we'll tell you how bad or how good it might be. And it may not be as bad as you think it is. But just send an email. Just send an email in the subject line annuity, and then he will then send you back a secure link that you can then attach the statement to, and we'll get it back, and then we'll take a look at it.
Okay, and that's why I wanted to actually talk, because it had an 8-year rider, and that I'm paying ridiculous fees for, and that's coming up due. So I don't know if I want to even get into that.
Okay.
So I will send that to him. Thank you so
send it
much.
to me, and we'll take a look
All
at
right,
it and
Kimberly,
get back to you.
let's back up on what else you have going on in your life there. You said you got the 401k. You're getting a 5% match with your employer, which is very nice. Okay.
But I think I'm putting too much into it.
Why is
I'm
that?
putting what I'm understanding. I should only do what they match. I'm putting about 15%.
No. This is your lucky day for calling the program, because we're going to clear up this misconception. What you want to do is put in the maximum amount that the law will allow. How old are you, Kimberly?
I'm 60, so isn't that 20,000?
It's 24,500,
And it goes up next year.
Mm-hmm.
and next year goes up to 25,000.
Who told you that? Who told you only to put in?
Well, I listened to another financial advisor on the radio who I really, respect, but he said that if you match your 401k, then you should go for your Roth IRA.
No. Oh my gosh. See, this is the problem with the one size fits all kind of. No. Particularly with the stuff you have going on. You sound like you've got a pretty good income going on. You've got this rental property. You have taxable income coming out of the rental property?
Yes.
You have. Are you married? Did we talk about that?
No, I'm single.
Okay. So you're paying at the single rates. You got rental income. You're working. You're probably in a pretty decent tax bracket, I would assume. Based off.
It depends on. Yeah, it depends on. Every year varies. If I sell something, I get capital gains, and next year I can have.
Sure.
But it's always taxable.
Yes.
Yeah. So your taxable. I mean, your tax bracket really dictates whether or not the Roth makes sense, or whether it makes sense to get the maximum contribution deductibility from your 401k. I mean, you're giving up.
Okay. Well, I'm under 6 figures, but I'm in around the 25% bracket.
Yeah,
I was
so that's-
last year.
Yeah, so that's a pretty expensive
Yes.
proposition to not put that money into and get the tax deduction for it. So that's why
Yeah,
Joe's
you're
saying.
giving up the bird in the hand. Kimberly, when we hang up the phone, I want you to go get on the internet and pull up an article that I wrote for Kiplinger some time ago. It's called Roth, a Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Okay, Roth, a Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. And it'll tell you why the information that you may have gained there on that radio may not be appropriate in your situation. Unfortunately, I think a Roth is oversold, and you don't want to give up that sure tax deductions today for a promise that may not be there in the future. So take a look at that.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
And are you only in Orlando? If I wanted to come and consult.
We are in Altamont Springs, but we have clients all over the country, some whom we've never met. But we have clients all over the country. Yes.
Okay.
So we can
right.
do FaceTime and all that, go to meeting and all that stuff if that works for you as well.
Okay, yeah, because I'm at the point where I need to do something. I'm overwhelmed with what it's not a lot, but it's a lot for me, and I'm overwhelmed with.
Kimberly, your situation is typical of everybody that walks in our front door. We go through life trying some of this, trying some of that, and you tried an annuity, and you've got some rental properties going, you're putting money in the 401k, and you hope when the paycheck stops, it's all going to come together and you can enjoy the income. But unfortunately, as I say in our commercials, is they don't teach you this stuff in school. And so we learn by trial and error. And one of the first things you did, the best things you may have done this year, is to call the program to get some information. So I want you to go to our website, learn about us, what we do and how we do it. You can go to financialgroup.com. That's financialgroup.com. We do financial planning for a fee. We do investment management for a fee. And we're not brokers. We're not going to try to sell you some annuity product or something that doesn't work for you. We work with our clients on what we call a fiduciary basis. Do you know what that is, Kimberly?
Yes, you have an obligation
Yes.
to the client
Yes.
for the best interest in the client,
Yes.
not your best interest.
You are an informed listener. Yes, that is 100% true. And that's what distinguishes us from the brokers that are out there, from the wirehouse firms. There's nothing wrong with that if you understand that you're paying a commission for a product that you may or may not need. But as a fiduciary, we are on your side of the desk to work with you to make your dreams a reality. So go to our website. That's financialgroup.com, and you can learn all about it. You make an appointment through there. But the first thing I want you to do is to go to the website or go to the internet, on the internet, and Google that article about the Roth. And then I want you to increase your contribution, your 401k. The max next year is $25,000 for you. And that'll save you some money on taxes. And, based on your tax bracket, that's going to save you $6,000 plus in taxes next year.
Okay, great. Oh, okay, so it is.
Yep.
I will receive a tax break. I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, I do know that. Oh,
Yep.
yes, I do know that when I look at my stub. Yes. Okay. All right. Sounds great.
All
Well,
right,
thank you.
Kimberly.
And then I'll be talking to you, and as soon as I get that statement, I'll send it to
Great.
Aaron.
All right.
Thanks,
Happy New Year to
Kimberly.
you.
All right, Kimberly, thanks
Thanks for
so
the
much
call.
for the call. If you want Kimberly's line, it's 844-220-0965, 844-220-0965. We will continue playing tomorrow.
Today.
This Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO.
Now,
Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO. We are here taking your phone calls at 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. We went very long in the first segment here, so we only have about 45 seconds left to go in this segment. So, Joe, if they wanted to call you in the office on, I guess you guys are closed on Monday and Tuesday. Are you open Monday?
Well, the office is officially closed, but some of the planners will be in, and you can always reach us through the website or leave a message on the answering machine. And that number is
407-869-9800. Or the best place to always find us is just go to our website, financialgroup.com. Financialgroup.com. It's got all of our email addresses and phone numbers and all the information that you could ever want to know about any of us. So financialgroup.com. Great source of information.
Yeah, it's a great way to kick off 2019 in your New Year's resolution. Everybody makes New Year's resolutions, but nobody ever seems to make financial.
You know,
New
my
Year's
mantra
resolutions.
going forward is if it was easy to diet and invest, everybody would be skinny and rich.
That's it.
That's it. That's all you got to
That's
know.
it. And so instead of dieting, maybe just to work on your investment, and then you could pay for liposuction.
There you go.
That's how.
It's a win-win.
That's a W. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to ask the Oracle of Orlando a question, 844-220-0965. And we do have the text machine up and running as well, 21232. That is 21232. Time for latest news, weather, and traffic with Dave Wall, the News 96.5 Newsroom. Welcome back. This is On the Money with a Certified Financial Group right here on News 96.5 WDBO, the show where we answer everything to help you get to that retirement finish line with the Oracle of Orlando. Joe Burt alongside Aaron Burt, Certified Planning Professionals at the Certified Financial Group here live here on December 29th. It is their last show of 2018, and they are here to answer your phone calls at 844-220-0965. That is 844-220-0965. 0965. Don't forget we have the text machine up and running as well at 21232. Joe, just in case they didn't get my description, what else can they call you about today?
Well, I'm going to comment on something you just said. You said we help you get to retirement, and we do that. But more importantly, we help you get through retirement. Many people focus on, getting to that finish line. As you said, we're retired. We've got this stuff accumulated. We're ready to go.
That's right.
But then what do we do? And how do we take those withdrawals from our retirement accounts the appropriate way? How do we manage the funds that we have to be sure that we have enough income to supplement our Social Security for the rest of our lives? And what we do as financial planners, we do financial planning for a fee. We show you where you are and what you need to do now so you don't look back 5 or 10 years from now and say, gee, I wish I would have known, or gee, I'm sorry I did. Like Kimberly, our first caller today, said, gee, I'm sorry I bought that annuity. Now, not all annuities are bad. Don't mean to imply that. But unfortunately, many of them that are sold through these commercials that you hear on the radio or that invite you to these free lunch and dinner seminars are very expensive because that's how they pay for that advertising. Those generally aren't the best ones. And when we do planning, Aaron, we do what we call a Monte Carlo simulation, which maybe our listeners might not be familiar with that. Why don't we tell them how that works and what it is?
Well, a Monte Carlo simulation is simply a stress testing of the results that come out in the financial plan, because when you do a financial plan, a lot of it is just straight line numbers. You're looking at money coming in, money going out. You're using some assumptions regarding inflation and rates of return and cost of living adjustments, so on and so forth. And we know as you go through life that all of those things are not static, that investments don't go up at a certain percentage per year, that inflation doesn't go up at a certain percentage per year. So a Monte Carlo basically takes the inputs and randomly stress tests them against what the assumptions are using a standard deviation. It's math, and the standard deviation gives you certain results, and the Monte Carlo then gives you a rate of success. So we're looking for rates of success that will give us a high degree of confidence that when you stop receiving your paycheck, that you have enough assets accumulated or that you have enough income coming in to be able to sustain and do all the things that you want to do in retirement, and still have a high degree of confidence that at the end of the road you're still going to have money left. And that's kind of what the Monte Carlo does. It's not it takes the straight line assumptions and basically stress tests them.
And when we do that, we factor in there another recession, another 2008, 2009 kind of a worst case scenario. I call it the black swan, a once in a lifetime occurrence. But we say, gee, what if that happens over the next 35 years or so? How is your plan going to hold up? And then we look at that in detail and then talk about what you may have to do to be sure that you can weather that kind of storm as well. So that's what we do as financial planners. As I said, we charge a fee for it, and we're happy to work with you. And I see we have a call here from Phil.
Well, I was going to ask you, where'd Monte Carlo come from?
It actually has to do with probability analysis.
Hmm.
And so it's what's called a Monte Carlo. It's used in many industries today, used across the board. It's not unique to us.
I've heard of it, but I've never. Like, why is it called the Monte Carlo?
Because gambling is all probability as well.
Yes.
Gambling.
Yes.
But
what it does, it takes a detailed mathematical look at the probability of certain things happening.
Sure.
When they do the launches, I mean, they're doing probability analysis. They don't call it Monte Carlo simulation, but it's the exact same thing. So we stress test it. We look at, are you going to get off the pad, and are you going to crash and burn?
Yeah, no,
that's what we do.
That's interesting. I'd love to see that.
Yep,
That might be worth just coming over to your office.
You're welcome anytime.
844-220-0965, 844-220-0965, the number to dial us up. Or if you text us, 21232, Phil has dialed us up. Phil, go ahead. You're on the Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
Good morning. I had a question. Is it possible to have too much money in these tax-deferred accounts such as 401k plans and defined benefit plans, because we get the required distribution might be in a really high tax bracket. You really don't know what the taxes are going to be down the road. They may, just tax the heck out of people that are taking a lot of money out of these things.
Well, what's your option? Your option then is to save money outside of a retirement plan, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you're taking a penalty right from the get-go. As we talked to Kimberly earlier this morning, let's look at the difference between putting money into a 401k or an IRA and trying to save money outside of a retirement account. If you're in the 25% tax bracket, all right? If you put $1 into a retirement account, it only costs you 75 cents. You follow that? Because you get a tax deduction. It only costs you 75 cents because Uncle Sam's going to save you on that dollar, 25 cents. If you try to put the same dollar into a non-retirement account, you'll have to gross earn $1.33 after taxes. Check my math. You take 25% off of $1.33. So it costs you a lot more to save outside of a retirement account. So you can put a lot more into a retirement account. Paying taxes, we all have to worry about that. But what's your attitude view, Aaron?
It's tough. Like Joe said, what is the alternative to what you're going to do? There's basically a couple different things that you could. And then if you have that much money socked away into retirement plans, I think it's a blessing for you. And like you said, you don't really know what's going to happen with the tax rates. I mean, and people say, well, we'll put it into a Roth and it'll be tax free. And we're of the opinion, like we mentioned in the show earlier, that the Roth may not be tax-free in the future. That's not current law, but they are talking about starting to make changes to the Roth, like required minimum distributions. So if you go the Roth route, then you're giving up the tax deduction today for the promise of tax-free income in the future. It's a challenge. So you got to look at your alternatives. What are you going to do alternatively? And right now, we're of the opinion that it's worth it to take the tax deduction, the guaranteed savings and taxes, in order to grow that account. Now, the other option, and people have been talking about having too much money into retirement plans, is to do what's called a qualified annuity, where you can take a certain amount of your funds and put it into an annuity that you start tapping into your 80s. And so that defers the required minimum distribution, and then you can start an income stream. And it's called a QLAC. Qualified Longevity Annuity Contract. And the QLAC allows you to take a portion of your 401k IRA, purchase an annuity contract that will then be exempt from required minimum distributions, and then it'll provide you an income stream into the future. So that's an alternative too. And so there are other things that you can do with the retirement plans if you want to defer those required minimum distributions, but growing that account and getting it as large as possible, I think is a blessing versus a curse. But
What Aaron was referring to about the future taxation of Roths, and the current law, as we all know, money coming out of a Roth is totally tax-free, but there's no guarantee that that law won't change. And what we're concerned about is that somewhere down the road, with our government's insatiable need for revenue, is that they will make the Roth contribution, Roth withdrawals, means tested. In other words, a lot of people don't know this or don't remember this, that before 1983, your Social Security was totally tax-free. And now it's what's called means tested, which says that if your income is above a certain level, you will pay up to 85% of your Social Security. It will be subject to taxes. And I'm afraid that somewhere down the road, they may do that with the Roth. So don't give up the bird in the hand today, which is the tax deduction for a promise in the future, which may or may not be there. Now, if you're in the 10% tax bracket, take the Roth because you're not giving up much. But if you're beyond that, you may want to consider strongly about maximizing your contribution, your 401k, 403b, 457, or whatever you may have available to you. So that's our attitude, Phil.
Now,
what do you think?
Yeah, good points. Now, this backdoor Roth, which I also do, is that
That's
going
fine.
to have the same problems that you're referring to?
yeah, because it'll end up in a Roth. So
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically doing a non-deductible IRA contribution because your income limits are too high, correct? And then you're converting that over to a Roth directly. And so, yeah,
Right,
you're going to end up with
right.
money in a Roth account with the hope of the tax-free income in the future. Which Joe's right; it could be means tested, or you've never paid taxes on any of those gains, so maybe they'll start taxing I mean, you just don't know.
You don't know. So that's why we want to get the bird in the hand today, which is the guaranteed tax deduction, tax savings, as opposed to something that may change 10, 15, 20 years down the road.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for your time.
Okay,
You're
Phil,
welcome,
thanks
Phil.
for the
Thanks.
call. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Phil, thanks so much for the call. If you want Phil's line, it's 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Let's go to Pat in Titusville. Pat, you're up next with a Certified Financial Group.
Good morning, Pat.
Hi, good morning. Thanks
What's up?
for your show.
Sure.
I have a question.
Sure, what's up?
I'm 64. I'm going to retire in a couple years, and I don't know whether to take the Florida retirement lump sum or to have them disperse payments to me, or do this, and I have the same thing with a deferred comp.
Well, it depends.
Pros and cons, what do I do?
Well, every situation is unique. And it depends on, with the Florida retirement system, for our listeners that might not be familiar with that, what that is a pension. And when it comes time to retire, are you in drop?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, when it comes time to make that decision, whether to go into drop or to begin the payments on your FRS, you will then have to tell them how you want that money paid to you. Do you want it paid over your lifetime only, which gives you the maximum amount for your lifetime, but the day you die, it all stops? Or do you want to protect your survivors, a beneficiary, and have it paid out a lesser amount to you in exchange for your survivors getting something for his or her lifetime? Now, so that's an important decision, and some people go into this blindly and sometimes make the wrong decision. Okay, so it needs to be looked at. It needs to be looked at in light of what other assets you'd have, what other guaranteed income you might have. Maybe you take the Florida retirement system as a guarantee, and then you do something with the 457. It depends on your marital situation, on your survivors, on your lifestyle, on taxes. There are a lot of variables. So, Pat, what you need to do is to have a plan done. That's what we do at Certified Financial Group for a fee, and it'll give you peace of mind that when you make that decision, that irrevocable decision, it's the right decision. Excuse me.
Okay, and the same thing for deferred comp.
Exact
I
same
have the
thing.
same decision to make.
Yes. And unfortunately, people go into those things based on what their coworker did, based on what they heard on the radio on a Saturday morning or some other time, and sometimes make the wrong decision. So these are important lifestyle, life-determining decisions that you have to make that you don't want to go in blindly. Work with a financial planner that will charge you a fee for it. Don't be lured into something that said they're going to do the plan for you for free. If you call in the next 15 minutes, you're going to get a plan for free. That's a come on. Do you have somebody sit down with you, look at your situation, and then give you a quote as to what it'll take to do the work for you? All right.
Okay.
And
all right, that's good.
And that's what you need to have. And then when it's done, I can tell you what you get out of this, Pat. If nothing else, you get peace of mind. And that's the most important thing you need going into. Okay. You call us anytime. If you want more information, go to our website. That's financialgroup.com, financialgroup.com. .com.
All right, if you want Pat's line, it's 844-220-0965. We're coming up on our last segment. It's your last chance to get your question answered. 844-220-0965. I see Mike is on the line. We're going to get Mike to on the other side. But, Joe, if they can't get in on the radio show today, not only is this radio show a resource, not only is the website a resource, you guys have workshops. Kick off that 2019 schedule. Where am I coming to the office?
Yes, we do have workshops coming up. And once again, these workshops are absolutely free. We provide these to our listeners and to the general public to give you information so you don't become a financial casualty. Leave your checkbook at home, and they're held at our office in Altamont Springs. The next one coming up is when, Aaron?
I'm looking.
He's looking. It's coming up soon. They're all done by Gary Abley, who's a certified public accountant as well as a certified financial planner. And he's a frustrated school teacher, I like to say. He loves doing these. You'll walk away with information that I'm sure you can use. And the next one coming up is, and the computer's working slowly, but we'll probably get it on
Well,
the
we'll
other-
call that a
other side
radio
of the break.
tease.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
call
get
that
on
a
the other side
radio
of the
tease. We'll
break.
get to that in just a moment. Right now, we get the three big things you need to know.
Now the three big things.
Final segment of On the Money with the Certified Financial Group. Final segment of not only this show, but of 2018. And your last chance to get your question answered at 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Let's waste no time. Let's get right back to it. Here's Mike in DeLeon Springs. Mike, you're on the Certified Financial Group. Good morning.
Mike.
Good morning. Hi. Thank you for taking my call. I've got a question about when to take Social Security. I'm 67 years old.
Okay.
And your question
And your
is?
question is whether you should start now or whether you should continue to delay?
Yes, because I always heard it was best at 70, but I guess I'm starting to think that maybe it's not that much difference in money between 67 and 70. Could you tell me about that?
Mike, yeah, a couple things. So every year you delay past your full retirement age, which for you is 66, your benefit grows 8% per year. You earn what are called delayed retirement credits. So your benefit actually grows 8% per year for every year that you delay.
Plus cost of living.
Yeah, plus you get cost of living adjustments on top of that. Are you married?
Yes, I am.
How old your wife?
She's 5 years younger, 62.
Okay, so she's 62 and you're 67. And so the longer that you continue to delay Social Security, when you pass away, I would assume you'd pass away earlier than her because the women typically outlive the men. She's going to inherit your larger benefit as well. So by delaying your benefit as long as possible, you're getting a larger benefit for your lifetime, and then you're also getting a larger benefit for your wife's lifetime, assuming that your benefit is greater than hers, of course.
So it'd be 24% more if I wait to 70, like 3 years at 8%?
Yes, sir. It grows 8% per year plus cost of living for every year that you delay from full retirement age until age 70. And
How long does it take to get actually, once you start the process? Does that take like a year or so to once you start?
Oh, no.
You mean to file for Social Security?
Correct.
No, it's a month or so. You'd file like a month or two before your 70th birthday.
Well, I sure thank you for taking my call. You've been a big help.
You're very
You're welcome, Mike. Good luck to you.
All right.
Thank you for the call.
Thanks. Let's get to Steve in Claremont real quick. Steve, go ahead.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
All right, what's up?
Good. Through divorces and relocation type things, I've had taxes taken out weekly, but yearly I haven't done them. Shame on me for too many years. And how bad is that going to be as far as retirement, and or does that affect credit scores and all that stuff?
Yes, and it's going to impact you somewhere along the way. You need to get yourself clean, and it may not be as bad as you think.
I think they have like a fresh start type thing, right?
Yes.
But I'm afraid to go to some of those on TV, ads.
Yeah, they only do
Am
that.
Am I right to be scared to go to them?
It depends on the firm.
Right.
I can't tell you good or bad, but you need to get that cleaned up, because what you don't want is hanging over your head and a bad surprise somewhere along the line. If you come clean, they'll work with you, work on a payment plan, and get that straighned out. So I would.
Do I go directly to IRS, or how do I do that? Who do I go to?
Well, I wouldn't do it yourself time. I would meet with a CPA, first of all, to try to get a handle on how bad your situation might be. And it might not be as bad as you think it is, but that you need to have a good idea of what your situation is. Well, you never know. If you've had money withheld, it could not be as bad as you think it is. So I would definitely get that done. It's not do-it-yourself time.
Yeah, definitely get some help on that. All right, what's the best number to reach you guys during the week or for 2019?
407-869-9800, or better yet, go to our website, financialgroup.com, and check us out. Our workshops are on there, phone numbers, email addresses, everything you want to know about us. So check us out, financialgroup.com.
We have been planning tomorrow.
Today.
And we will do so in 2019. Back here next Saturday, 9 a.m. right here on News 96.5 WDBO.
This is News 96.